As a stock market investor and a stock market trader, indicators play a very important role in the entire journey of picking stocks, either for short term or for long term. And now, in these indicators, one of the most important indicator is EMA, Exponential Moving Average. And yes, you can have weighted moving average, exponential moving average, and even simple moving average, SMA. There are like SMA, EMA, WMA, like that, right? Moving averages. Now, exponential moving average is something which is most widely used. The reason being, it gives the last couple of days, whatever you have chosen, the price, the closing price of the stock, and based on that, there will be a line which will be drawn on your chart. And the advantage of an exponential moving average is the last closing days will be given more importance or more weightage, right? So whoever have been learning or whoever have an idea about moving averages, sir, where I should use simple moving, where I should use exponential, where I should use weighted moving average and all, it's very simple, right? Simple moving average, it takes the average of the prices of the number of days what you select, right? Just the closing price average, it will be drawing a line on the chart. Exponential moving average, it will be giving more weightage to the last closed prices, and exponentially a line will be drawn based on the closing price of the stock. So why it is important? By using an exponential moving average, you will know whether the closing price of the stock for the last couple of days, is it growing exponentially or is it falling or is it decreasing exponentially, we will be knowing. And now, sir, what are the use cases of exponential moving average? First thing where everyone can use it as a reference point is a 200 days exponential moving average. So any stock, if you're observing, let's say, sir, right now, public sector unit bank stocks are a little bit more trending, or yes, they have been giving good returns in the last couple of weeks or in the last couple of months. So in the public sector unit bank sector, it's not that you will be investing in all the companies. Certain companies which are showing strength, you will be investing, and even certain companies which are exhibiting weakness, you don't go for that. Similarly, let's say pharmaceutical sector is some upcoming sector, or even IT, information technology, software related companies is the upcoming sector where I want to take positions there. There is one company in an IT sector, for example, company X, and if it is trading below 200 days moving average, that is a stock where we should be careful. So the 200 days moving average is like a Lakshman Rekha for us, which means a stock in the last 200 days, if it is not exhibiting strength, we don't enter into it. Rather, once it is crossing the 200 days exponential moving average, then it is ideal to enter. Let us observe this on a chart. Now we have loaded Nifty 50 here, our benchmark. And what will I do? I load the indicator exponential moving average on Nifty 50. So I'll go to indicator segment, I'll go to technical segment, and I'll select EMA. Right, I'll select the EMA, which is your moving average exponential. And yes, you can favorite it if you want, and you just select it. So now by default here 9 days exponential moving average is loaded, which means the closing price of Nifty 50 in the last 9 days, right? It has been drawing an average and the line has been observed. What I will do, I'll go to settings in this indicator. In length, I'll be choosing 200. So yes, we are on daily time frame, and 200 days exponential moving average is what we have drawn. Any stock which is below its 200-day EMA, it's not advisable to enter. For example, Nifty 50 in March 2023, right? On 9th March 2023, Nifty 50 has went below EMA 200. So this is the time where we should be out. This is a signal for more weakness. And yes, from 9th March 2023 to almost around 5th April 2023, we should not be in this, because it is below the average price of the last 200 days. And similarly, from 6th April onwards, it is above the Lakshman Rekha, right? Above the Lakshman Rekha. Similarly, on 2nd May 2022, Nifty has come below 200 days EMA. And during this entire period, I would not recommend, or I would not suggest, or I would not advise for a stock which is below EMA 200 to take part in it. Sir, yes, it's a very strong stock, very good stock, very fundamentally has a lot of strength. I would ask at least wait for the stock to come above EMA 200. So I hope everyone are understanding, right? Last 200 days, at least the closing price of that stock is showing some strength, then only we should enter, right? So Infosys, I'll give you one more example of a stock which is in the IT space, right? Information technology related. So yes, IT had some pain from last couple of weeks or even last couple of months. If you see here, yes, Infosys on 27th of February 2023, it has come below the EMA 200. Sir, it is a wonderful stock. It is almost like a cash rich company wherein it need not have any loan or debt. So can I take an exposure because it's at a very, very low levels? So entering into a stock which is below EMA 200 is not advisable. So from this entire period till almost 18th August, this is not the period you have to be in, right? And now on 18th August, or even on 22nd August, when it has moved above EMA 200, these are certain values. Yes, it is good to consider entering into stocks which are above EMA 200, right? So just to rephrase or just to repeat, any stocks which are trading below its EMA 200 are not advisable to take a fresh position. Wait, even though it's very strong, wait until it moves above EMA 200 on the daily time frame, right? On the daily time frame. This is like a Lakshman Rekha, right? Even if you see here, April 22 also, it has exhibited weakness here, right? It has exhibited weakness. Now, yes, EMA can be used in daily, it can be used in weekly, it can also be used in monthly also, right? Now there are few people, sir, yes, I have been in a stock, or even let's take the example of Infosys itself. Sir, I have already been in Infosys from a very long period, but yes, it is going below EMA 200. What should be my position? I would ideally suggest reduce your positions there, or even get rid of it, and again you can enter after it moves EMA 200. Or even contrary to it, one more person will say, sir, yes, I understand that EMA 200 is exhibiting weakness, but this is a long-term company, or this is a company wherein I am holding from almost 3 years, almost 5 years, or even my holding capacity would be more for the next 3 years because I have a long-term vision for this company. In that case, what you can do, shift to a weekly time frame. What did we discuss? Daily is for short-term swing trading like that. Sir, what is the difference between short-term and swing trading? Swing trading means you just invest when there is a swing or when there is a momentum in the market, right? Where you invest for like couple of weeks, days, or even 1 or 2 months. Short-term means you're investing considering that there are some good quarterly results. You can hold it for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, or even up to 1 year. Anything below 1 year comes under short term. Swing trading means you just invest, wait for the opportunity or wait for your target of 25-30% what you decide, and you just exit out of it, right? You exit out of it. So that's the difference. So yes, swing trading short term, you look under daily, but yes, long term companies, you can shift to weekly time frame And under weekly, you keep a 30 weeks, right? 30 weeks as a criteria. For example, let me give you the same example of Infosys, what we are discussing now, right? So now, considering that, yes, Infosys, I'm looking on a long-term view, and yes, like 3 years, 5 years down the line, I'm looking at the opportunity here, sir. So you shift to weekly time frame. And in the EMA setting, if you're keeping the same 200, it is looking at last 200 weeks. Instead of that, what you do, you go to the settings part and you choose a 30 weeks EMA. And here the question may come, sir, why 30 weeks EMA? Why can't I keep 40? Why can't I keep 20? Why can't I keep 10? See, it's just the back testing what you do, right? EMA 21, you can try out with, right? EMA 30 or even EMA 40, anything. For me, after doing a lot of back testing or even the positions which I have been there, EMA 30 has worked wonderfully well for the long-term stocks, right? For the long-term stocks. So yes, from daily, as you see my cursor here, this is your daily time frame. You shift to weekly. You just select it, and now the entire chart is weekly. And even for all the beginners, sir, I'm not very clear whether it has shifted to daily or weekly. Just for starters, click on any white area on the screen, go to settings part, and just click on a watermark here, right? So yes, once you juggle between the time frames, it will be reflecting on your screen. Yeah. So Infosys 1D, daily time frame you're looking, weekly 1 week, monthly, it will be reflecting as monthly. Your stock name, your code, and the time frame it will be reflecting, right? So what do you do? Go on the white space of your trading view, right click, go to settings, and select the watermark here, which is there in canvas, right? If you want to keep the watermark, select it or untick it, right? So you will know. So now I've selected exponential moving average 30, EMA 30, right? EMA 30. And here, as you see, EMA 30 also gave an exit for you in the week of 27th February 2023. This is the position where you do not be aggressively into the stock, or even you do not add aggressively into the stock, right? And during this entire period, it has given a weak signal. Whenever the stock or the candle is trading below the EMA 300, EMA 30 is something not so strong. But yes, on 14th August or even 21st of August, it has given another uptrend which is above EMA 30, right? Similarly, if you look way back in June 20, during the pandemic time, right? During the pandemic time also, when the stock has moved, right? Yeah, if you just observe the screen, right? During the pandemic, when the stocks have fallen down, and on 24th of February and even 9th of March 2020, when it has come completely below EMA 30, even if you reduce your position or even if you exit, it's completely fine during this entire period. And when it has started its move from June 20 above its EMA 30, this is the period where you keep riding the stock, right? As the stock is above your exponential moving average 30, when it has moved above it, and from here you can continuously be in the position. So yes, people say, sir, I want to pick the bottom down stocks, or I want to buy the stocks, or even I want to buy on dip. So it's about the style which you follow. There are people who average down the stocks or who buy the stocks during dip. Rather than that, when you buy the stocks during its upward trend, your success ratio will be very, very high. I repeat, rather than you following or rather than you buying the stock during a dip, buying on dip and waiting or praying or imagining to expect it to move up after a long period, or you just dream or you just assume, yes, I am buying on a lower prices, it can again rebound. You wait for that time. What if that weakness continues for a very, very longer period? I'll give you a few examples. Just hold on, right? What if that weakness continues and you continuously be in the downline, and after losing 60% or after losing 50-40%, you get like completely given up and you exit in losses? Rather than that, I want you to explore on adding the company in its strength. Just look at Infosys. When it has moved above its EMA 30, which means the last 30 weeks exponential moving average, the closing price of the last 30 weeks, an average line is drawn. And yes, you can add the position here. Further it is moving, again you can add. So add during the uptrend, right? Buy on the rise, averaging up, success ratio is more. And someone whoever feel, sir, yes, I will be buying on dip, right? I'll be buying on dip. Let's take the example of Gland Pharma, and whoever are from Hyderabad or whoever are from pharma or even hospitality segment, right? Hospitality segment, they know this company. It's a decent company, right? It's a decent company having a very good order book, right? Having a very good order book. So yes, sir, this stock has given wonderful results. On 24th of January 2022, the stock has come little bit low, below EMA 30. And yes, again it has come down. Sir, I am a person, I'll be buying on dips. So you buy here, you again buy here, you again buy here, right? Almost, if you look for the period, right? Almost you look for the period from your 4th of January 2022 up to almost 24th of July 2023, right? How many investors or how many traders have the patience, right? Have the patience to hold companies during this downtrend of 1.5 years, and almost it's a loss of around 64%, right? 64%. During the interim period, you exit, and chances are very high you will not enter again. So rather than that, rather than buying on dips, right? Try to buy on highs and observe the trend, and then you can be there. Yes, there are few people, sir, yes, this is company X, this is company Y or company Z, where I have purchased in dip and I was successful, it has bounced back. So I'm not saying it will not bounce back. There is something called as opportunity cost. For example, let me give you an example, right? The same example, as we are discussing on the same example. Sir, yes, Gland Pharma, from this period to almost this period, I've lost 65%. But yes, I was holding the stock. And right now, from that 65% loss, right now I'm at 49%, almost like 15% I've recovered, right? So yes, if you hold on, maybe another 3 years, if you hold on, right? Or even another 1 year or another 2 years, we don't know what happens in the future. So ask yourself, just to come at this break even, I'm spending 2 years or I'm spending 3 years. Is it worth to wait till 3 years to just get into the break even? Or I exit that position and enter into a stronger position and I use time into my favor. Opportunity cost means instead of being in the company for a very longer period and waiting for it to come to break even or come into the profit, rather be in strength, right? Opportunity cost is very important. Many examples. For example, right? Let me take Polycab India Limited, right? Polycab India Limited. If you have been just following an EMA 30, wherein, sir, yes, I have been in your community couple of weeks, couple of months, couple of years before, and I have heard this from you and I have followed this. So yes, if you have averaged not in 20, even in 2021, even in 2022, right? It has always given you an opportunity to be in the stock. And every time you can add, except for few weeks in 2022, June. And even, yes, apart from that, nowhere, right? It has just touched the EMA 30, but the candle did not come completely below, right? Look at Varun Beverages, right? Varun Beverages. Look at your Astra Limited, right? Many companies, yeah, Varun Beverages, even from your 2020, never an exit was triggered here. So decide yourself, right? Decide yourself whether I would be adding during the uptrend wherein it is forming more strength. I'll be looking at those opportunities, or I'll be buying on dips, right? So it's up to you. Normally what I do, even if it's a long-term company, if it is going below EMA 30, I'll be very, very cautious. I'll be very, very careful. Either I'll reduce the positions. If I have like 6% position in my overall portfolio, right? Like let's say my portfolio is 1 lakh size. If 60, how much it is? So 1 lakh means 6,000, right? If 6,000 I have invested into the stock, 6% of my portfolio, maybe I'll bring it down to 4%. I'll exit 2% and I'll reinvest into a better opportunity, right? So yes, below EMA 30, it's better you reduce your position or you exit. And it's not that you forget about that stock. Once it is moving above its EMA 30, you can further enter, right? Even if you see many of the software or IT related stocks, right? TCS, many people said, sir, it's a wonderful company. I want to be there. I want to be there, right? But we have discussed earlier also, when it is exhibiting weakness, if it is below EMA 30, even in April 22, we do not be here, right? And right now, from almost around June, July, it is showing up strength. And even under weekly time frame, right? Weekly time frame, it is given you a very good breakout now, right? April 2022, it was at around 3,600 levels. Now again, after 1 year, it's breaking out and it's above EMA 30. So yes, in the IT space, keep observing on the companies. Even if you look at Wipro, right? I'm just discussing about how to analyze the companies within the sector, right? Wipro, sir, should I enter, right? During this entire period, never we have discussed about entering into this. But yes, now Wipro has been above the EMA 30. And yes, almost June 22, a 1 year kind of a breakout it is attempting. Above your 448 levels, once it is breaking out a very good 1 year breakout, it makes sense to keep observing. And also, yes, it is well above your EMA 30, right? EMA 30, right? So yes, it's about how to use the indicators to take advantage out of it, right? To take advantage out of it, right? So just to recapitulate, for long-term companies, EMA, exponential moving average on a weekly scale, 30 is important, wherein above EMA 30 is like good to consider. And a stock continuously going below EMA 30, be very, very cautious. And similarly, even under daily time frame, sir, I'm looking at entering into a stock because it is exhibiting strength, but the stock is below EMA 200, which means on daily time frame, last 200 days, the closing price of the stock, exponentially, we are drawing a curve, a line. And if the stock is trading below the EMA 200, I would not consider adding immediately. I will wait for the stock to come at least above your EMA 200. Okay, good.